Okay, so great afternoon, great evening, great morning, great night. Welcome again to another exciting L300 Impact story. So, last time we had an amazing person with us to share the impact story of the L300 program, and today we have another amazing person who's here who is here to share with us their impact story of the L300 program on them while they were students in Benton Idahosa University. The L300 program is the program that helped to develop each student from their freshman year through their penultimate year by helping them discover their purpose, develop their potential, and improve academic performance. And we are glad that we are doing this today. And with me in the L300 studios, we have no other person than the one and only CEO Anita. Anita, how are you doing?
I'm fine, sir.
You have to project your voice so everybody can hear. How are you doing, Anita?
I am doing amazing. I'm fine.
Fantastic. How does it feel like when you look back and 4 years ago you just walked into campus as a fresher and now 4 years after you are a graduate? How's the feeling like? 4 years ago, can you remember how you felt the first day you walked into Ben's House and
Yeah, when I walked into BIU, I just started seeing my 4 years. Like, when is it going to end? Even though I was just coming, I just think, like, when is it going to end? What's going to happen? How is it like? What are we going to do? And a lot of thoughts and everything. And I actually even told myself that, what, I'm not going to be part of anything. I'm just going to be a normal student, enter school, come out of school. But that did not play out well.
Yeah, man proposed.
Yeah. But the feeling was really, really amazing. I can't believe that I'm actually here, my finals, I graduate, and I thank God. I really do.
Wow, what a journey for you. Have you always wished or have you always planned that you were going to come to Benson after university?
Not really.
Okay.
It was when I was writing jam, and then me and my friend were filling jam form, and she was like, what school are you going to put? I'm like, I don't know any school I'm going to put in. And I was very particular about attending a private school, really, really particular. And then she said, oh, she heard of a school that sister friends attending BIU, and I was like, okay, I didn't know anything about BIU. I didn't read it. I didn't even research it, nothing. I just applied, and here I am today.
Well, you were much younger then.
Yeah, like 16. Thereabouts.
Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, let's get back on the conversation for today. So you got into BIU, you found out that there was an L300 program. How was that? How did that play out for you?
Well, I joined the L300 program when I was in 200 level. So in my 200 level, I was looking for a community, a place that I figured out that I could not do this on my own. Being in school, I figured that I wasn't a nice experience at all. So I was like, okay, what can I do? Where can I be? Just to impact, just learn something else. And then my friend told me, oh, there's a community called L300. Why don't you join and everything? And that's how I found myself.
Okay, so you joined in 200 level, but
Yeah.
the program already started in 100 level. So did you attend their meetings in 100 level? How was it like for you in 100 level?
We did attend, India is compulsory, everything is compulsory. So yeah, we did attend trim sessions, and it was okay. Well, although I didn't attend all, but the ones I attended, it was kind of like, it was okay.
Okay, nice. At least you started to take it seriously from 200 level,
Yeah.
which is okay. So what would you say has been the impact of the L300 program on you as a person? What impact has it had on you from your 200 level, 300 level? What would you like for you?
I feel like I became a new person entirely, or would I say there's some things that I had to discover about myself. So I would say that was a good impact that the alternative community had on me. I had to like discover new things that I knew I had, but it brought it out more, which is like maybe public speaking, trying to communicate, team management, a whole lot of things that some of them that I don't have that I had to learn. But I feel like the impact was really, really amazing. I learned a lot in the entry program, and it has really, really helped me. That's really, really good.
Great. So it is something that had a great impact on you as a
Yes.
person in helping you develop your potential that
Mm.
you have and improve academic performance and also help you to discover your purpose. So would you say that the vision that the program has, you were able to live out that vision while you're here? You discovered your purpose, you
Yeah.
improved your develop your potential and improve academic performance. Did that happen for you?
Yes, definitely. I was able to discover myself, develop potential skills that I know that I would use eventually when I leave school. You know, it's actually very nice when you have the experience now than when you're out there and you're not trying to get the experience. So I was really, really glad I was able to have that experience. And also, yes, academic performance, amazing.
Great. Okay, so the next thing I want to ask is what were some of the skills you were able to learn while you were on the program? What skills were you able to pick up?
Wow. I learned quite a number. I'm not going to lie.
Please let us know. Let us know the
I would
skills.
say, first off, leadership skills.
Okay.
Leadership skills, because I feel like I've always seen myself as not particularly a leader, but somebody that is going to be in a space and kind of like dominate that space. And L300 helped me, discover that okay, you are a potential leader. Like there's something in you that people would want to work with you. People would want to. You don't have to lead people. You have to influence people. People will have to look up to you and all of that. So L200 really brought out that skill because at a point I started leading people in L300. You have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. Oh my God, yeah, an influence, you impacted my life and all of that. So started getting to that leadership. I'm like, okay, we've learned some leadership skills, okay. And also I would say content creation skills as well because in L300 program, there's sometimes that we need to do like short clips, short videos, and Anita was the go-to person. Even though I didn't know much, I didn't know a lot about it.
You had iPhone.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, I didn't have iPhone. Let her just be. At the end of the day, I end up editing it and posting it. And I didn't know much, like I said, but I used that as an opportunity to learn more and develop my skills because like we all know in all 300, Miss Alex does not accept a mediocre work. It has to be standard. So when you do it the way it doesn't like you go back again. So it made me do more research on content creation, editing of videos, how to use CapCut, how to use Canva. So yeah, I was able to learn those skills.
Fantastic. Okay, great. So what would you say were some of the things that had the great impression on you? Things that had impression on you on the program, or even people that had great impression on you on the program. Some people who had come here, they had said, "Oh, and Joshua had impression on them, Coco had impression on them, Sunshine had impression on them." You mentioned a few names. So, what were who were the people, or what were the things that had the greatest impression on you while you were on the program?
Okay, I would say the people we
Okay.
have like popular. I think Joshua is not becoming popular. So
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Joshua did have a good impact on me because coming to trim sessions, you just see how amazing he speaks with so much confidence. Like even though one thing I know about Joshua is that even though he doesn't prepare, he knows what to say. So that really influenced me in a way that okay, you don't actually need to rehearse, but it made me improve on my public speaking. That was a very good influence on me. And also Sunshine. I saw Sunshine as somebody that has a very good leadership skill. Sunshine portrayed good leadership in L300. So she was one of the people that influenced my being in L300. I think those were the two people that really I think these two people were the face kind of L300 at the time, like the major guys, the go-to guys, like anything they need Joshua, anything they need Sunshine, and it really played a good impact on me.
That's kind. And at some point, he also became.
Yes, I became. Yes, I did get to that point.
Okay, so let's go through some of the programs that we get to do: dream sessions, school
Yeah.
outreach, podcast,
Movie.
movie night, short videos, games night, all the programs that he had on the L300 program. Which were the ones that you felt okay, really stood out for you? Because we had some people who had come here and they said that, oh, one of the one that really stood out for them was school outreach. That they went to the school to speak to some students while they were in 100 level or 200 level, and now that they are graduating, some of the students they spoke to in those secondary schools they went to are now students in BIE. So I was like, wow, full circle moment. What were some of the programs that really stood out for you that the L300 had that you were part of, right? What were those programs?
I've always wanted to improve my public speaking skills. So the programs that really helped me do that were school outreach, class outreach, training sessions, and all of that. Going to schools and standing in front of like so many students to speak to them. You have to know what you want to say. You have to be confident, so that you don't go there and they start looking at you like, what's this one saying? So school outreach really stood out for me. I enjoyed it because the students, the way they participate, the way they ask questions, the way they want to learn more, it really gave me a lot of joy. Yes, it really did give me a lot of joy. And then class outreach was, even though it was impromptu, but we did it, and it's also people that want to listen would listen. And then trip sessions, oh my god, I think I did a lot of hosting and talking in trip sessions. So trip session really helped me in my public speaking skills as well. So yeah, I would say trip sessions, school outreach, class outreach,
Fantastic. So train sessions, school outreach, class outreach.
podcast as well.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, okay, okay.
L300 podcast. At some point, I became a host in L300 podcast, and it was a memorable one actually. That also helped me in my speaking, because you have to know what to say, you have to know how to speak very well in podcast. So podcasts also helped me. Yeah.
Fantastic. So let's digress a bit. Imagine there was no L300 program for you while you're in BIE. How would your stay have been like?
Honestly, I can't really imagine that.
So let's just imagine like there was
Okay.
nothing called L300 while you were in BIE. How do you think it would have been for you?
I would have been, I feel like I would have remained the person I came to school as. There wouldn't have been the Anita that everybody knows, because people know me based on the things I do on campus. So I feel like they will not be able to identify, this particular Anita, this person. So I would have been the same person that I came into school as. I wouldn't have been able to discover the potentials or other skills I was able to gather being in L300. So it's not like other communities would not have done that for me, but I feel like specifically that's what the L300 community was created for. So if I had not gone through that process, I don't think that I would have experienced that part of my life.
Okay, when at the time you came in, you were always hammering on the fact that we want our volunteers to be in leadership positions, we want them to be able to lead in school, in their departments, in all the programs that school had. How did that play out for you? Where did you end up?
Well, I ended up as a chaplain in school. That's right from my 100 level days. I ended up as a chaplain. Going forward, then I ended up as a head chaplain. So I would say that's where it took me to. Although Miss Alex wanted me to be an RA, not me, but
No,
I
we're,
don't know.
we're willing to sacrifice to
Wow.
chaplaincy.
Okay.
We're cheerful givers. We give you away. Okay.
So I think I found myself in the chaplaincy body, and regardless of wherever I was, it still made an impact.
So would you say the things you learned on the L300 program helped you generally wherever you found yourself?
Yes, like I mentioned earlier, leadership skills. So being from a CIT, which is chaplain in training, to a chaplain, now to a head chaplain. So being an head chaplain, you have to definitely be a leader, because now you're leading people. So that's where my leadership skills came in. I started applying the things I've learned, the way I've led people in L300. That's how I started applying it in my hostels as a head chaplain. So yeah, it definitely helps me in my state.
Okay, great. Now let's talk about memorable moments for you, right? During being part of the L300 program, what would you say were memorable moments for you on the program? Memorable moments you got. Let us know, no matter how funny it may sound.
Memorable moments were always L300 all night.
Wow.
Like you can never underestimate the power of an L300 online. Trust me, it's always fun. There's always characters, people, and they're different. Oh my god, it was really, really fun. And I could remember the very first L300 online. That was epic. That was really epic. We stayed up all night. We had fun. We learned. It was L300 all night is a good thing, guys. Like that's top tier because the bonding, the communication that all night gives to us, I feel like it's worth it. I feel like it's worth it. So the memorable moment for me is L300 all night. Like I really love that little community that we had, that little time that we spent together for the 12 hours, 6 hours that we were together. So yeah, I think it's L300 all night.
Wow. But they have like different types of the online, and this online is not for the general public. These onlines are only for volunteers of the program. So let's get into that for a bit before we start to wrap things up. So the program itself did what it did on you. What now made you feel like, oh, I needed to be an L300 volunteer? How did you become a volunteer? Which you said you started in 200 level. How did you become an L300 volunteer?
Well, like I said earlier, I was in my 200 level. I was looking for a community. I became lonely. I became lonely. The friends I had, well, they abandoned me, and I was.
Why they abandoned? What did you do them?
That story,
Am I joking?
that story should not be shared here, but
It's okay.
yeah, I became lonely,
Okay.
and like I said, I had a friend. His name is John, and he was also in the L300 program as well. So he was like, why don't you try L300? I was like, okay. And most of the people I knew were like some of the people I knew they were also there. So I'm like, okay, we won't hurt to give it a try. And that's how I found it.
Okay. So how was the whole being a volunteer for you? You were there for 200 level, 300 level. How was it? How was it for you?
It was
Because now,
impactful.
sorry, let me pause it there for a minute because some people feel like, let me just, the program is stressful. I don't want to be part of it. Let me just do whatever they ask me to do and leave. While there are other people who not only do the program, also join the volunteers on the program. So, what was it like for you to say, okay, I'm going to be a volunteer till I leave the program and not just do one off and then just relax? What was it like for you?
Well, definitely, there were times where I had to think back and be like, "Oh my God, this is stressful. Do I really think I want to continue?" Like, you can just walk out, you can just give up and just leave and not continue. Nobody's forcing you, anyways. But you know, you don't. The value you get from something when it's really important to you, it doesn't matter. The stress doesn't matter. You see the stress as a way of developing yourself. So when I got to the point where I became so stressed, I became tired, but yet I didn't give up. I didn't see myself leaving. That's when I knew that okay, I am actually really invested in this program. So definitely there will be times where you are stressed. There will be times where you want to give up because the pressure and everything, the work has to be done, and all of that. But if you know what you are going for, if you know what you are looking for, you definitely stay, and it has been impactful. Definitely, it has been impactful, and I don't think I would have still be able to get the experience if I had left and given up at that time. Say I'm not doing it again because it's stressful. I'm not doing it again because so yeah.
Okay, so as we begin to tie this up, what advice would you give to other people who are yet to graduate or are still in school about the L300 program generally? Why? Okay, before we get to this advice, L300 program has holiday tax. How was it for you? How was holiday tax for you? Like that's the dread for everybody. Once they see July is approaching, like my God,
Mm,
July to September. How was it for you holiday tax?
Jesus.
Did you ever do your holiday tax?
As an L300 volunteer, yes, that's an example. You have the L300 holiday time. It was tedious. Why I just say is because you have a long term break, and after school has stressed you, you're exhausted, you just want to go home, sleep, have fun, get packed, and come back to the next
Let us
session.
like you.
Exactly. I was like you've not completed it. So and there's a lot of things to do in holiday time, a lot of things. So if you don't start on time, you would not be able to finish before the new session. So holiday time was very tedious. Although I enjoyed the movies part. Yes, I would give it to Dr. Alex. He's a good movie picker. He knows how to pick movies. I really enjoyed. But one thing about me is that I don't really like reading. So those books parts, I just did what I could do and left the rest for God. But the coming to the voluntary service part, for my department, we're already doing like IT, so there was no point. You have to do it, and like the statement in the voluntary service, you can also use your IT as a voluntary service. So that's how I was able to do that. But holiday task,
Or did you learn any skill during your data?
yes, I learned. I didn't learn per se. I developed the one I already had, which is the content creation and editing skill. So I just went back to develop, learning more edits, how to use Canva, how to use CapCut, and all of that. So I just developed these skills.
Awesome, awesome. So now let's get back to that question. What advice would you give to people who are still in school, still part of the program, but they are just feeling like this is a stress. I really don't want to do it. That's the program itself. What advice would you give to such people?
If you are looking for a place to develop yourself, you're looking for a place to find yourself, your purpose, and also a place to work, I would advise you to come to LPM. And I'm advising you not because I want to, stress you. Like I said, there's going to be the stressful part, but they say the result for hard work is more work. So you have to give in more work. And as you're giving it more work, trust me, you're learning yourself. You're learning yourself, you are developing yourself. There's something in you that you've not discovered yet. And trust me, this program is going to bring out that thing in you. And even nothing, if nothing is in you, if you say, "Oh, there's nothing in me," this program is going to give you something that will bring it out, for you. Because I never believed I was going to be part of people that will produce movies or even a podcast. I never really believed that I would be somebody, a host in a podcast, or people that would, produce movies. But I did it, and we all did it, and it came out really well. So that thing that you think you cannot do, this program is going to push you to your highest potential, because we don't accept average work, we don't accept mediocrity, we accept good and standard work, and trust me, it's going to push you. So my advice for you, 100 level, 200 level, 300 level, trust me, you need this. Trust me. Just avoid the stressful part and just think about what you're going to gain. So that's what I
Okay, so what about those who are contemplating? Should I be a volunteer? Should I not be a volunteer? What's your advice for them?
pick that form now. Pick the form now. Just pick it. Just pick it. You never can tell what's there. Just pick it. Fill the form. Be part. Definitely. If you don't, you're not feeling it, you can leave. But pick that form now. Don't wait till it has expired or you now join later in the session. No. Pick that form now and be a part of the L300 community. Because everything we're saying here is real. It's real. It's not for content. It's real.
Yeah. Like you heard, it's not for content, it's real. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So, in all, you would say that your stay in Benson University was really, really interesting because you went through the L300 program.
Yes, definitely. I would give, if I'm counting, like I say, I'm counting my blessings. I'll count L300 once, not twice. I'll count it once.
At least you are counted. It's okay. At least
Yeah.
we made the list. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's okay. We made the
definitely.
list.
I can't count my impact in BI and not count 300. That's impossible. That's impossible.
Now, the last thing that we always say here, we say that L300, I love BIU because it's where I met you. Yes. Now, how true is that statement?
Wait, I love L300. I love BI. Which one?
No. We say in L300, we say, I love BIU because it is where I met you. So, how true is that statement? Or is it just another slogan that we say? But is it really something true for you as Anita?
Well, I've met really, really, really amazing people. I'm not gonna lie. I've met really amazing people, amazing friends, and apart from friends,
Yeah, 100 level, your friends abandon you.
wow, wow, okay.
Those friends you are hearing now, you abandon her, but see what you meant for evil.
Take note, never tell me that like
But you said it now. Come
Well,
on. Okay.
I met really amazing people, amazing friends, friends that pushed me to my potential, friends that did a lot for me. Apart from friends, staff as well, like Dr. Alex, for example. So I'm confident that if I want to do something in the future, I have Dr. Alex that I can just call, and that would have not happened if I didn't attend BIU. So yes, I love BIU because it's where I met amazing people. It's where I made amazing connections. And trust me, you should come to BIU if you are watching this and you're not in BIU.
So if you're watching this and you're not in BIU, please, from Anita's words, come to BIU. So guys, this is where we get to wrap this up for today. Thank you so much, Anita, for being here. Thank you for being part of the program, and thank you for your kind words about being a volunteer. We truly appreciate that. The reason why we do this is because some people feel like, oh, the program doesn't really do anything. Like they're just trying to deceive themselves and then book us for not doing it. But we want you guys to see that people actually benefit from the program if they commit to doing what the program says they should do. Because at the end of the day, it's you that become a better person, right? You, whatever you have become now, BI is never going to take that away from you. It's you. You're taking that with you wherever you go moving forward. And that's what the program gets to do for you. It just helps you become a better version of yourself. While you were in school, you were shy at one point, but look at you rocking stages, ministering, and all of that. So that was because in one little corner you were doing that, and now you are the celeb that everybody knows now, and you're doing your video editing, amazing vlog that you do, all little things that you were just doing from L300 volunteer, and it has opened you up to become somebody that is known for that, right? So if you're counting content creators in BIU after now, you'll be in that list of top 10, and that's phenomenal. Something you just started doing from little assignment to give to you, okay, make this, do a video out of this, and it became something you went to improve, and you became good at it to the point where people can really say, okay, help us shoot this or help us do that, all from the program. So guys, as you are watching this, this is to remind you that if you are a BIU student, or if you hope to come into Benson University, please take the program seriously. And if you want to go an extra mile, become an L300 volunteer. Is something that you will be glad you did while you're here. So guys, thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to having another amazing guest soon to also share their L300 Impact story. And this is what we call it a wrap for today. And like we always say, L300, I love BIU because it is where I met you. So
before we wrap up, popular saying by Mr. Alex, excuses at its best are good reasons for
exactly. So don't make excuses.
Don't make excuses.
If you want to join the program, go ahead and join. Don't make excuses. So thank you so much, Anita. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.